Hello guys, happy Friday. I think I see everybody on YouTube, that's good. Hey Belinda, how are you? Facebook is a different story. All right, you guys, we might not be going live on Facebook. I don't know what Facebook's problem is. They pulled me down last week, and this week they don't seem to even want to let me stream. How sad. All right, I'm going to try one thing. How is everybody? At least everybody on YouTube. YouTube can seem to keep its poop in a group. Facebook is another story entirely. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Cliffy. Belinda said, starting my weekend right with you. Thank you. Rebecca. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, my friend. All right, you guys, let me know that you can hear me. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my YouTube comments on another device. Looks like everything's going smoothly over there. Then I'm going to try one little thing to baby Facebook. Maybe see if they will give me a break and let me stream today without too much trouble. Let's see here. All right, I tried that again. If that doesn't work, then we'll just post this live from YouTube over on Facebook again. I don't know what Facebook's major malfunction is. I've really about had enough of it. All right. Sorry, Facebook. I don't know what to do with you. So, what are your plans for this weekend? It's starting to look like fall here. It's pretty crazy, you guys. We are starting to get like color in the trees, and we're starting to get, I don't know, shorter days, but it was 97 degrees yesterday. It's crazy, crazy. Temperature is summer, but all the signs of fall are here. Hey, Gian, happy Friday. Hey, Veronica. Gian says, good morning, Stampin' friends. I'm glad you guys are finding me on YouTube. Sorry, Facebook. I don't know what your malfunction is. Last week, they just kicked me off at the beginning of the video. This week, they don't want to let me stream at all, it looks like. So I'll do a little bit of troubleshooting after and see if we can't get live on Facebook next week. I don't know. What a mess. All right, yeah, I don't know what else to do with you, Facebook. All right, I'm leaving everything alone. Well enough alone. I'm glad that you're here on YouTube. Facebook, we're going to abandon ship. I'll try to put a quick little note that says to join us on YouTube. Let me just check one more place for Facebook before we go. I'm sorry, you guys. All right, so if you missed our video, our live video 2 weeks ago maybe, then you might have missed our bows. This is the Take a Bow die, or the bow that the Take a Bow die creates. And I had a lot of tips for this product, for using this product, and it was kind of a learning curve for me. So check out that video. We'll link it here, but I promised that I would come back and show you guys the gift box and how to do that gift box that I made to go with it. All right, so these are my Take a Bow bows, and this is the box that we're doing today. Let me just slide this over for a second. And so it's a rather big box. It's 1 inch by 3.5 by 5. So, and then it opens kind of like a book style or a card style. Then inside you could fit a little mini apple pie and some spiced apple cider packet. If you wanted to, you could probably even put a couple of these guys in there. I think they'd fit. I found them afterwards and I was like, oh, perfect. Yep, there you go. You can put 2 of those in there. So this is our treat box for today. And then, oh, Gia said I looked for you on Facebook first, then jumped on YouTube. I'm glad you found me here. This calls for apple spice. And then inside, we've got nothing's better than fall, except maybe you, and some great treats. So I found my caramel apple Ghirardelli squares at Walmart. I found my spiced apple cider at my local grocery store. It's a Signature brand. So if you are, Jewel is an Albertson and they carry Signature Select. It's just a store brand. Some of your Albertsons or other groceries might carry this Signature Select brand. So that's my spiced apple cider. And then I have these from the Dollar Tree, but I don't have the box anymore. I got these little mini cherry and mini apple pies at the Dollar Tree. So you get a few in a box. You'll find them with the baked goods there. I do think that I saw Hostess makes a little mini apple pie, but I don't know. I can't vouch for the size of it. But that's what I've got going on inside my treat today. Cliffy says that's a nice size box. I like the bigger treat boxes. I think it's necessary once in a while, right? They can be expensive to stuff a lot of them if you're putting little things in. But if you've got a little bit bigger gift, right? And you need a bigger box if you're going to use the Take a Bow. And we're coming up to the Christmas season here. And so I think that this Take a Bow will be so festive on this little box for your holiday stuff. But let's get started with the fall, shall we? All right, let's see who else is here. You guys can hear me okay, right? Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Veronica says, I'll share the link over on Facebook. Veronica to the rescue again. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what Facebook's malfunction is, you guys, and I honestly could just cry. Okay, I want to start with a very quick little bit of housekeeping, but maybe I can color and do some housekeeping. We've had one of those, like, everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I voice some of these things because I'm sending emails today. I've sent some emails throughout the week, but I know that sometimes deliverability is an issue. Sometimes you catch on here, but you don't see it in your email. So let's start with In Color Club. In Color Club, thank you all for your cooperation. My In Color Club has Stampin' Right markers. My Stampin' Right markers, the cases and some of them melted in transit. I called Stampin' Up. They asked if the markers were functional. I said, yes, the markers were functional. I tested them all, by the way, In Color Club members. I tested the markers. And since the markers were in good condition and functional, Stampin' Up won't replace the packaging. So I had to go through and ask all my In Color Club members if there were any that didn't store their markers in the box, the little 5-pack box. And a bunch of you use other storage methods, as I thought you would. So I was able to throw away most of the worst of the damaged cases, and those of you who use them will get the nicest ones. So thank you for your cooperation. I have the best customers in the whole wide world. I love you guys. But what a load of work it's put on my plate to do it, honestly. You guys have been really super cooperative though, and I'm so, so thankful. So all but 3 In Color Club packages have gone out already. I was waiting for a couple more responses just to be sure. Those 3 are going to get posted today and picked up tomorrow. Our In Color Zoom is still on schedule. It'll be next Thursday, the 26th. We're going to feature Petunia Pop. You'll get a Zoom link with the PDF shortly. And I think that's our In Color Club update. Let's see here. I stamped on Very Vanilla with Memento Tuxedo Black. I have Light Mossy Meadow, Light Old Olive, Cherry Cobbler Light and Dark, Cajun Craze Light and Dark, and then I have 200 and 500. And these are from the, like the neutrals. The deep is 200 and the medium I think is 500. All right, so that's my markers. I'm going to color and keep on giving updates. Let me take a look at the comments really quick here. Hello, Ramona. I'm glad you're here. And Beth found us. Thank you. Thank you for finding us over here. Veronica, thank you for posting that link. Hi, Lori. Happy Friday to you too. Let's see here. Hey, Jan, did I say hello to you yet? My friend, I'm so glad you're here. You're the wind beneath my wings. I'm telling you, in all this craziness, I hate to even share it, like, because everybody's got their own problems, right? But in all this craziness, Jan has been keeping my head above the quicksand. You guys, you don't even know. Hang out in the craft social. You'll get to know who Jan is. And she's good people, but she's keeping my head above the quicksand right now. Let's see here. Jan says, I looked for you on Facebook first, then found you on YouTube. Oh, I hope you're not the only one. Let's see here. Beth says, love the bow. Good. Yay. Isn't that cute? This is the bow that the Take a Bow makes. Now, I'll link to this video. I made this bow in another video. I've got one already made for today's project. As you can see, I'm getting better and better at them. They're a little bit more uniform. They're a little bit tighter. So practice is key. Practice is key. And they're so beautiful. Just stick them on anything regardless. But practice. Hi, Nancy. I'm glad you're here. Teresa says, good morning, Marissa. I made a bow last night out of wrapping paper to match my granddaughter's gift package. Hooray! What an awesome way to use it. And then Stacey says, question, where did you get the bags to make the bag card for this month? Cool card for cool people. I'm glad you're excited about that because it was one of the surprises I had up my sleeve that I hope I don't know, softens the blow of our switcheroo with Card Club. I got them in clearbags.com. I will give you guys a link in the extended content. So when you're a Card Club member, you get a PDF emailed to you to fulfill your content. You also get a coupon code to redeem the extended content. And in the extended content, we have more pictures, we have sources for, you know, different tools, or in this case, the clear bags I might have used. We have clickable shopping list or supplies list where you can just click and shop for Stampin' Up. We have a video. So the extended content is really nice. You just redeem it with a coupon if you're a Card Club member. So in the extended content, I'll have the links for you, but clearbags.com, I'll have the size and everything all listed out for you. And just really simple, great company. I get all my plastic packaging from there for the most part. Good question. All right, so I'm going to color my cup with the Cajun Craze, Light Old Olive, and then I'm going to color my apple with Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to color my donut with these neutrals, and while I do that, I'm going to give you some updates on Card Club for Cool People. All right, so Card Club for Cool People is normally release the content on or about the 20th, but we had to do a quick switcheroo. So since we had to do the switcheroo, we're running just a little bit behind, you guys. Everything is cut. It's just not bagged yet. So I'm going to have my family help me get that bagging done this weekend. And Card Club should go out early next week if you've got a packet. The video is still not filmed. That's the thing that's holding us up. That's the next thing I'm going to do after this live. So that should be available early next week too. And you guys should look out for the PDF and the email to access the content sometime all very early next week. I'm very sorry for the delay. We had already done so much work on More Than Autumn, which is next month's card club for cool people. This project can be made with some of your leftover designer series paper and ribbon. So I always like to give you a 3D project that you can make if you're a card club member with your extras. This is it. So bookmark this video, and I will have a printable project sheet for you in just a little while. So card club, expect your content to be Monday, Tuesday, and your packages to go out Tuesday or Wednesday. What else do I want to tell you about Card Club? We have Card Club for Cool People October, which is More Than Autumn. Oh, and the other thing is Changing Leaves is September. The content for Changing Leaves, if you're not a Card Club member, will be available to purchase the PDF, and if you want the extended content too, they all come for one price. That will be available next week for you to purchase also if you're not a Card Club member. And if you are not a Card Club member, what's keeping you? Join us in October for More Than Autumn. It's a stack of cards that actually matches the project we're making right now. All right, I think that's all of our updates for Card Club. Paper sampler. Oh, so we had to do the quick switcheroo because Stampin' Up! Had no iconic celebrations designer series paper, and because we have to actually order that, get it in our hands, divide it, pack it, we decided to do a quick switch because they had the paper for Changing Leaves. So that's why we did the switch, because I had to keep moving on the behind the scenes stuff where we are actually packing kits. We're doing the manual, the labor of cutting and packing and everything. So I didn't want to get behind on that. Elena's getting married next month, and I didn't want to have September run into October and have less help than usual. So it was an executive decision. The Changing Leaves bundle was supposed to come back in stock the week of September 9th. It's now pushed off till the end of the month. Card Club members, I will make sure as soon as I see the Changing Leaves bundle available again, we're checking it every day. Usually Anne checks it a couple of times a day, and then I check it also. So as soon as we see it, we'll send you a link to add it to your next packet if you want it. And that will also serve as your notification that it's back in stock, and go order it if you're a demonstrator and Card Club ordering from yourself, okay? So that's I think my last update on Card Club. Now, paper sampler. Our paper sampler included the adhesive backed peppermints. And I placed the order at 1:15 a.m. for paper sampler and missed the peppermints. But you guys ready for some really good news? They were back in stock for less than 24 hours. Maybe you guys know that. And I did get our peppermints, you guys. So paper sampler, if you are just the paper, your packages will be picked up tomorrow and should be on their way. If you are paper plus, which means you included the peppermints in your purchase, my peppermints should arrive. They're scheduled. They're tracking for arrival here Tuesday. So I am thinking that paper sampler and Card Club will go out one right after the other. So those are all the updates. I'm so sorry that I have so many. I don't know how every project I'm working on has something wrong with it. Out of stock product, damaged product, I don't know. All right, so we're almost done coloring, and I've got one more update for you guys while I color the frosting. A lot of you have asked about my sweet corn pop, and I'm so, so grateful, you guys, for all the encouragement that you guys could care about my chicken. And I think it's less that you guys care about the chicken and more that you care about me. And I'm so grateful, you guys, for every kind word every email and every prayer. She's doing pretty good. Last Thursday, I thought for sure she was going to die, you guys. I bathed her. Part of her treatment was to be soaked in Epsom salt a couple of times a day, Epsom salt bath. So I bathed her last week. I think it was Thursday. It might have been Wednesday or Thursday. She got out of the bath and she hobbled across the lawn, you guys, and fell down face first next to one of the retaining walls by the garden and just laid there. And I really thought she was going to die. She's recovering slowly, and I couldn't be more happy. We're not out of the woods yet. She doesn't drink very well. She's only eating very specific foods. She's like living on cheese and tomatoes right now, you guys. But she's acting more like herself. She's jumping out of the brooder. We keep her in a big horse trough between the kitchen and the living room. And she won't stay in there. She wants to let herself out during the day. So before, last week, I was giving her a bath 3 times a day. This week, I'm chasing her around the house and trying to keep the hawks from eating her when she wants to go outside. She's still, we're working on incorporating her back into the flock, which is really hard. Her sisters are starting to accept her. The lower ones on the pecking order have it out for her, though. I actually have one of the other chickens, one of the lower ones on the pecking order, in a dog crate today, a dog kennel, because she wouldn't leave Corn Pop alone. So I have a different set of problems now, and we could still use your prayers for a full recovery. Beth says still praying. Thank you. I know she's just a chicken, but she's my chicken, you know? All right, I stamped my whipped cream on basic white. So we've got vanilla on our images, white for our whipped cream, and then we're gonna die cut these. All right, you guys, let's see here. Nancy says, out of your hands, sending you a big hug. Oh yeah, there's so much that has gone down that is out of my hands, but I'm telling you, the quicksand, I'm just in it and I feel myself sinking. So every time you guys send me some grace or send me some encouragement, it's not a waste right now. It's just keeping me going. So thank you to everybody who's stepped up to help me, sent me an encouraging word. Shirley Wheeler, if you're listening, I got a box from you and you made my day. You guys, I'm just grateful. I'm just so grateful. Chance's Card Club for Cool People is so much fun. I love it. I'm glad you love it. I think that this September one with the changing leaves is going to be extra fun. I'm hoping that maybe before the end of the month, we'll see the bundle come back in stock. Oh, Card Club for Cool People, if you added More Than Autumn before the switch onto your packet, that'll be included in your packet. I've got them here for you. So, and then what we could do is add Changing Leaves onto October. Ugh, I said garbage in, garbage out has been my favorite phrase lately because, you know, we made the decision to swap More Than Autumn and Changing Leaves. They were going to be your content anyways. If you're Card Club for Cool People, you were going to get both classes anyways. But we decided to swap them because we needed the paper to be in stock so we could carry on with the actual cutting, packing, and mailing part of it. But the paper was going to be on estimated arrival of mid-September, where the Changing Leaves bundle was estimated to be back in stock September 9th. And so we decided that since we could get, hopefully, the Changing Leaves bundle sooner, we would go Changing Leaves and then More Than Autumn so that we could get the paper in and start making that packet too. And by the way, you guys, we are so far ahead on October because of the switch. October will probably be just a little bit early, kind of like when we had to switch the peas and the ice cream. The ice cream came to you a little bit early because we were so far ahead on it. So just know that that might be one of the silver linings here. So, but yeah, that's it. So we decided that we were going to make that switch based on the earlier arrival of Changing Leaves than Iconic Celebrations. And then Iconic Celebrations paper came back in stock really quick. And the Changing Leaves, we're still waiting for them. So I'm so sorry. Garbage in, garbage out. It's like the old computing term, right? Like if you put bad information in, you get bad information out. But we're making it all work. And the good news is we are going to be, we are so far ahead for October, which is nice because you guys, Elena's getting married. Isn't that crazy? And so we'll have a little bit of a looser schedule because of all the work that we kind of doubled up in September. So all things work out, right? Like Elena tells me all the time, everything's going to be okay. That's what she tells me all the time. Everything's going to be okay. I need to be told everything's going to be okay. All right, so we've got our pieces here from More Than Autumn. Oh, I forgot to cut my little leaf. I'm going to do that really quick while we're still chit-chatting. So we've got our cup and our apple, our donut, our whipped cream and our straw. You could do the little cinnamon stick here too. It would be super cute. If you're just joining us, this is our project today. We did the bow a couple weeks ago. So I've got one of those all ready and I'll link up to that video. So there's our bow. We did our stamping and coloring. Well, we did all of our updates. So if you're in Color Club, if you're in Card Club for Cool People, or if you're in Paper Sampler, watch me color and listen to those updates. Inside, we have Nothing's Better Than Fall, except maybe you. And then a couple of caramel apple ghirardelli, a mini apple pie, and spiced apple cider. All fits in this sweet little gift box. Or should I say, sweet big gift box. All right, so let's do another set of die cutting because I'm going to do this leaf right here. I was supposed to run it through when I did those, but I was too busy talking. Julie says, I'm here late as usual. I'm also reminding everyone to give the very talented Marisa Facebook or the thumbs up. Thank you guys. Yes, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All those things that I always forget to ask for. But statistics show that it really does help a channel to ask, and it really does help a channel if you guys do those things. So tag a friend, share with a friend. If you make these projects, come to the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social and share them with us, especially if you switch up like what bundle you used or what designer series paper you used. We want to see what you're doing with your Stampin' Up! Supplies. The link to the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social group is in the description below. That is one of the things that Facebook is still good for. Our group is awesome. All right, so this is my apple spice piece. What I do with these is I just tape them together. I cut my piece about as wide as it goes. I alternate them back and forth, and you want to cut three apple, 3 spice, okay? I did that ahead because I don't have that many updates to share. So I'm going to give this a little crank. Julie says, you find the cutest treats. Thank you. All right. Stacey says, hey, don't worry, we love you. I need you. I need you guys. I'm glad you guys love me. I'm not sure if I'm coming or going right now, but day by day, one by one. That's the other thing Elena tells me all the time. One by one. Just one by one. Do one by one. And so that's what we're doing right now, and your support is just so encouraging. All right, okay, so this little leaf, it's crazy. This is from More Than Autumn. If you haven't seen this one, it cuts 2 parts. So you can either leave them together, you can take them apart and use them separately, or you can mix them and match them. So you could cut this out of, say, early espresso and then cut this out of crushed curry and have some contrast going on. I want mine to be just a solid green leaf, but it'll have this nice textured look from those cuts. Let's see if I can get the camera to show you. There you go, see? So what I'm gonna do with it is I'm going to grab a mini Stampin' Dimensional, And I'm going to use the mini Stampin' Dimensional just to keep the pieces together for now. And then when I add it to my project, it will be the adhesive I use to add it to the project. So now the little mini is holding the fill, like the inside piece, and the vein and the outline together. All right, so that's my little leaf from there. Put these guys aside. Let's bring our tags in here for just a minute and the die cutting for our inside. Now I do not yet have a die chart for greetings of the season, but the tags are all different shape. They're not nested, so it's a little bit easier to tell which is which. This is that largest tag, hexagon tag, and then I have two of the perennial postage rectangles. The perennial postage rectangles are very vanilla and I almost said soft suede. I'm showing my age. Pecan pie. The pecan pie one is C, so the third from the largest, and the vanilla one is B, so the second from the largest. I like the die chart so you can see which size if you're trying to make this. All right, so there's that. My greetings of the season are Mossy Meadow and Cajun Craze. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to adhere all these guys together. Beth says, I love your classes and the people in the group. Don't I have the best people? I don't know how I got the best people, but I did. That's a gift of God. Let's see here. Your community is so inspiring and your projects are awesome. Thank you, Jan. Jan, you're a big part of that community. I put a lot of that credit. You and Rhonda and Trish and oh, so many people, so many amazing craft social people. You guys, thank you for all your participation there. All right, so I'm just going to glue this kind of at a quirky angle, lining up the holes so it's easy to thread onto our project. And then I'm going to add this one across the front to frame our goodies. A little bit high of center because we're gonna put that apple spice greeting at the bottom. And if you look, you'll see that this apple spice is thick. So I'm going to show you how I prefer to do this, but as I do it, I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you a couple of hacks that you can do if you hate the way that I'm doing it, because the way that I'm doing it is going to require glue. I love the little squeeze bottle. This one has never clogged on me. Sometimes I have to pull the little bit of glue that might stick at the around the outside and pull it off, but it has never clogged on me. I got it on Amazon. One of the best decisions I ever made. I cut apple and spice 3 times each, and then I adhered them one on top of the other. This is my preferred method for doing this. So this is already 2 layers thick. I glued one before we started. Now what I'm going to do is barely squeeze the bottle, and I'm going to not entirely trace this word, but kind of sketchy. A little here, a little there. And then I'm going to drop this apple right on top of there. And this is the method I like because now I can just squeeze a little top and bottom. See, I can slide a little left and right and line these up. And now I've got a nice dimensional apple word. While I do spice, I'll tell you a couple of alternatives here. If you like the adhesive sheets, cut these out 3 times with adhesive sheet on the back. Then you can peel and stick this layer. The reason why I don't do the adhesive sheet is because then when you kind of drop the top layer on, where it sticks is kind of where it sticks. You don't get that opportunity to slide. So I prefer the liquid glue because then I can line up all my layers so that they're nice and thick, but it doesn't keep getting wider and wider as you put a jiggly layer on top and another jiggly layer on top. Do you know what I mean? All right, the other thing that you could do is grab some of this adhesive sheet. You could put your vanilla cardstock on here and you could crank it through your machine. I don't suggest doing like a whole sheet of them or a lot of them. just maybe one at a time, and crank it back and forth, because this is going to be about double thick as your 3 layers of cardstock. So this gives you a almost a chipboard feel, a little bit thinner, but still that nice dimension. This is going to give you like kind of a spongy, really tall word, but you could probably put your vanilla on here, give it a crank back and forth, maybe back and forth a couple of times because it's so fine detail, and you can make them dimensional with the sheets of dimensional adhesive. All right, so does that help you guys? Glue is not my friend. If I tried gluing them together, they'd look like chewed by my dog. Do peel and stick then, Beth. It's very easy to just put the adhesive sheet on the back. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys for Card Club, our Card Club in October features the More Than Autumn, and we're doing this technique on each of the cards. So now's your chance, and September 20th, the class packet won't go out until about October 20th, so you got some time. Think about how you want to do that, and either get yourself this little squeeze bottles off of the Amazon and transfer some of your multi-purpose liquid glue in it. If you're a 6-month Card Club member, your swag bag included this little bottle. Get yourself one of those craft sheets that I was using, the silicone craft sheets, and be ready for October's cards. These are October's cards, and you'll see that they have those dimensional bits of sentiment. So be prepared to do that. If you want to do it with the multi-purpose or with the adhesive sheets, put those on your next order, or the dimensional sheets, put those on your next order, so you'll be ready to go. All right, we have a little more stamping to do at this point, so I'm going to slide aside my apple spice and my tags. They can join our bits over here. And we're going to do a little stamping to finish our greeting and to finish our inside. Where's my Stampin' Pierce mat and Memento Tuxedo Black? This little strip is 5/16. It's 1 mark before the 3/8 on the trimmer. I love this size for the greetings that come in More Than Autumn. This is just the perfect frame for all these words. Okay, so 5/16. I just took scraps of vanilla and stripped it down to 5/16, and then I threw it in my little plate where I throw the things that I'm using to design, and I had them ready to go. This is some of those, and so I just had them all ready to go ahead of time. So 5/16 fits those little greetings perfect, and then you can start building your greetings with the 2 different styles. Apple spice. This calls for apple spice. And then inside we've got nothing's better than fall except maybe you. So let's get those stampings done. All right. Julie says, I have that bottle. I just have issues filling it with the glue. Any tips? It is what it is. When you're filling it, keep it very clean. Kind of wipe out the neck of the bottle. Tap often if the adhesive starts to build up at the neck of the bottle. Filling it is so much easier, and I think part of it is because you got a clean, empty bottle. It fills the first time easier than it refills. So wipe out the neck of the bottle. Try to squeeze the multi-purpose glue in kind of a stream, going straight down into it. Hold it up a little bit higher, even pressure. See if you can stream it in so it doesn't get caught around the neck of the bottle. And if it is kind of getting caught in the neck of the bottle, tap, tap, tap. Put on a TV show or something too while you're filling it. Use it like as the thing your hands do when you're busy watching something or listening to a podcast or something. So be prepared for it to take a little while, but those are my best tips for you. Good question. All right, this calls for, see how perfect, easy to stamp it right in there in the perfect size. And then on this one we have nothing's better than except maybe you. Except maybe you. Kind of like that little tongue-in-cheek, except maybe you. We're going to stamp that a little bit high of center. Oh, I don't think there's enough ink on my N. There we go. And right of center. And then in this one, I used Cajun Craze for my fall word because I couldn't decide, did I want Cajun Craze or did I want Mossy Meadow? So this time we're going to try Mossy Meadow. And here's a little fall word, mix and match. So we're mixing and matching with the print and the script and with the print and the dies on this project, which is one of the greatest things about this bundle. It's all these mix and match little readings. And then we're going to put a little apple. Joe says, yeah, I use Q-tips to try to keep that neck clean. Yeah, that's good. Even then wipe around the edges and top with a little baby wipe or something too. Let's see here. Mimi says, y'all make me want to come back to Facebook almost. Oh, you're not a Facebook user, Mimi. At the rate I'm going, I'm not going to be a Facebook user either. I don't know what happened today. They didn't even let me start streaming. Last week, kicked me off. This week, didn't even let me start streaming. So I'll look into it between now and next week and see what, if I can find anything out. My apple is same as the front. So light mossy meadow and some cherry cobbler. All right. Let me do for my apple a little highlight. Just see, I try to leave a little highlight on one side. And then on the opposite side, I like to put a little shadow. So kind of simple, it's a small space, but it really does give that apple a little character. All right, now I'm going to adhere this one to the inside of my box with Stampin' Dimensional. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. It's kind of it's a 1-inch deep box. I'll show you guys in just a minute. We're about to build it. And so I popped it up on dimensionals. I liked the way that it was lifted away. If you're going to write on here, you know, dear Stanley, you really are the best. I promise fall's not better than you. Love, Marisa. You might want to write that now before you put it on dimensionals and try to write inside the box. If you're not giving it right away, take this, pop this in here, and then when you're ready to give it, write your note to Stanley and then put the dimensionals and put it in the cover, okay? Let's get this. Jan says, while filing, I squeeze the needle, get a little so it sticks the glue as I'm slowly releasing the needle. I hope that makes sense. While filling, I squeeze the needle bottle a little so it sucks the glue in as I'm slowly releasing the needle bottle. Oh my gosh, I think that could be earthbending, Jan. Seriously. So then the glue that's coming in is directed down instead of getting stuck in the neck. Okay, so hold on. Let's put some dimensionals on here because that information, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. Not now. I don't want to, like anybody who's not interested in filling little squeeze bottles, I don't want to bore you and send you away. But I'm totally going to try that because it makes a lot of sense. All right, so what Gian's saying, I believe, is that, well, this is open and you're filling from this, because that's all I do. You guys, I transfer this into here. You're squeezing this one and letting it flow into this one while you've got this one squeezed and you're slowly releasing, which makes a vacuum to suck down. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Julie, did that help you to see, like, yeah, you squeeze this one and then you squeeze this one. As you hold the pressure squeezing on this one, you release the pressure squeezing on this one. This one. You hold the pressure. This is dumping the glue in. Releasing the pressure on this one makes kind of a vacuum. Ha ha! See? This is why my community is the best people. I cannot wait to try that. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I've never been so excited about filling a glue bottle. I love you people. All right, let's make the box, shall we? I think We could either make the tag next or we could make the box next. Let's make the tag because then I don't lose any pieces. And then we'll make the box. All right, so let's get, this little guy is going on with dimensionals and so is this. So whipped cream, apple, go on dimensionals. Everything else, oh, this has already got a dimensional on it. Everything else here, besides the leaves and the apple and the whipped cream, goes on with liquid glue. So we're gonna add our cup and then our donut and then our apple spice. I do spice apple and build up from the bottom. Again, if you had those peel and stick on every layer, so you cut it 3 times, peel and stick, right? Then this back one would have a peel and stick. So you would just peel and stick. Use the adhesive sheets if you're in doubt of using liquid glue. And then apple. Now you can just trim off the "this calls for" greeting from your little strip and then throw the strip in the pile so that you can use it on the next project. I really am kind of just so I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut off "this calls for" so that it's nice and straight. It's 5/16 of an inch, but I still can't cut straight with scissors. So I'm just going to line it up in my trimmer and give it a cut. All right, this calls for apple spice. The season calls for apple spice. The yellow leaves all over my front yard and driveway calls for apple spice. We went apple picking for Max's 50th birthday. That's what he wanted. He wanted to go to Mars Cheese Castle and apple picking at Apple Holler. So we did. And so this time of year is always kind of, I don't know, apple flavored to me. He really loves to go to the apple orchard and spend the day outside with the family. So we do it occasionally, but because of his birthday, we did kind of an extra special trip. It was really hard because at that point, Corn Pop was so sick. I didn't want to leave her. You guys, life is crazy. Life is crazy. All right, there's our dimensional apple. This is my favorite part of the whole project. Is it okay that I say that? Let's go like that. Add it on our cup. Beth says, I will try. Maybe I'll like glue. Greatest tip ever. Thanks, Jan. This bottle has, I love this anyways, because I love how it kind of tacky, so it grabs. So if you put it down, it's in the right place. It's going to stay in the right place. It's going to grab, and then it dries, right? I love this one because it grabs, but you can slide it. So if you need to slide it. So I really do like this glue. But when you have it in such a fine point applicator, it really is tidy then too. Even the littlest bits, you don't have to worry about getting glue everywhere because you can apply the littlest bit. It's really it's brilliant. My friend Katie tried to get me to do it for the longest time. She's like, try the bottle, try the bottle, try the bottle. I'm like, I'm not trying the bottle. I don't need to try the bottle. I like this bottle. It already comes in a bottle I like. And then she gave me this one. I don't like this one as much. And the pin is like rusting and changing the color. It's like a metal, like a screw-on one. This one gets clogged all the time. She gave me this one. I was like, better. I like it. It's easy to get it where you want it, but it's clogged and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, let me try some of these, and changed my life. The right bottle makes a difference too. You want the right bottle. All right, let's make a bow with the black and very vanilla. And we're going to, I kind of want a big loopy one, long tails. I know we've got a bow on top of a bow, so sue me. I like it. What do you guys think? I thought twice about it, but I really love the pop of pattern. You know, if you follow me, then you understand. Like when I can get a few patterns to work nice together. So we've got the polka dot and the acorns and the check. I really love it. So I wanted to bring that check element into the project. So I'm going to do a big bow. Hold off on that for a minute. Let's build our box. I'm going to get, ooh, this hurts me. You guys know that I don't throw that much ribbon away ever. Okay, let's grab a glue dot for this guy. All right, now everything is ready to go. We've got dimensional on our leaf. We've got dimensional on our inside. Our tag is ready to go. This would be super cute on a card. Just pop the bow on there and stick it on a card front if you want to make some cards. If you're not a 3D or a treat guy kind of person. But our box today, I have to put this in here, is 7 by 10, and I did pecan pie. I can't take credit for this box. This was actually one of the presentations that Stampin' Up! Did for the Achievers at in Mexico, so on the incentive trip. And they did it with the greenery, the new online exclusive greenery set, and the greetings of the season, made a whole bunch of gift tags for the holidays, for Christmas, and filled the box with tags so that you could give the tags as a gift. It was really a very cool presentation. So this is that box. I got this one from Stampin' Up. We're going to start on the 10-inch side and score at 1, 4.5, 5.5, and 9. And then we're going to turn to the 7-inch sides, and we're going to do 1 inch and 1 inch on both 7-inch sides. That makes sure that our box is 1 inch here, 1 inch here, 1 inch here. It's best as we can. We don't want any lopsided boxes. So of course you could score at 1 and 6, but if your paper was a little bit longer than 7, then your right side's a little bit tall. And if your box was a little bit shorter, or your paper was a little bit shorter than 7, then the right side of your box is a little bit shorter than the left side of your box. So that's why I do 1, flip it, and 1. Or whatever the measurement is for that particular box. It just makes the box square up a little bit nicer. So, Nancy said she make me laugh. I have a feeling that was the "so sue me" comment. I'm glad you made that you laugh. We need to. I need to laugh. I need to laugh. Denise says it helps the glue flow better from the Tombow bottle if you open the bottom cap. Usually not necessary with a new bottle. I've heard that before. It cracks the pressure inside. So if you're having trouble getting the most of your glue, whether you're using it in this bottle or you're using it to go from this bottle to fill this bottle, if you're getting to the end or more than halfway gone, if you crack this cap, oh, I didn't want that there. If you crack this cap open, it helps the glue flow a little better. Okay, so just a really, really good tip. Really good tip. It cuts down on when you get past halfway in a bottle of glue and you're doing all that shaking to get it to go down to the bottom of the dispenser, or to the tip of the dispenser. Yeah, definitely a good tip. I got to clean up that glue. Let's see here. I want to catch up on the comments. I have some baby wipes here. I'm just going to swipe that up. No, maybe I'll do a paper towel so that I can clean up with the glue eraser. I also love this multi-purpose liquid glue. That's why I transferred into a fine tip bottle instead of buying something. I don't know if there's a glue out there in a fine tip bottle like this, but I don't buy a different glue in a fine tip bottle because I do appreciate that this one, once it's dry, if you get glue anywhere, like I didn't even mean to, but once it's dry, if you've got stray glue, you can take one of these adhesive erasers. I get them at the Dollar Tree, and then you can clean up the sticky just using the adhesive eraser. But wait till it dries. This one's still a little wet, and so it'll roll the cardstock. It'll ruin the cardstock if it's not dry. Wait till it's dry, then clean it up. Okay, let's finish this up. Cliffy says, Denise, that's what I do too. I also take the green bottle bottom lid off The glue is almost gone. I'm amazed by how much glue is still in the bottle when you think it's empty. Brilliant. You guys have the best tips. Okay, let's see here. Tags have to have a bow. It has a hole in it. I couldn't have said it better myself, Beth. That's how I feel about it. And buttons need to have thread. If you put a button on a card or a tag or a project or a scrapbook page, if you put a button on your project, it's got to have thread in it, right? The 1, 2, 3 bomb says, hey, Marissa, I made it live. I'm glad you're here. All right, so this is our template. We're just going to cut up to the first score line and liberate the tabs like I always do. The outside of the box is the long piece, so you're going to cut nice and straight. The squares are glue tabs, so you're going to cut an angle, make them into little trapezoids. Let's go ahead and do that on our box. I'll show you what we're making in just a minute, too. All right, so we're going to go up to the first score line, angle on the square. And then when you're on the end squares, just take a little angle cut off. And we're going to do that a few times, all the way across both sides. And let's see here. All right, so today we're making an apple spice treat box, in case you're joining us here at the end. We're going to use our bow from the Take a Bow die. We did it a couple weeks ago live, and then my poor little chicken got sick, and life took a crazy turn with Stampin' Up. I don't know. I've hit the everything can go wrong. Like things go wrong in threes. Maybe this is the end of it. I don't know. But we're getting back on track here. A couple weeks ago, I showed you the bow and said I'd be back next week with the gift box for it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't back next week with the gift box for it. That's what happens, right? I should be more careful about what I say I'm going to do, because even though my intentions are really good, I didn't expect to have so much time nursing a sick pet, you guys. Thank you for just sticking with me and supporting me and showing up anyways. All right, there's our box, and this is how it's going to be when we put it together. So we've got a fun gift tag. The box has one of these great big, beautiful, festive Take a Bow bows. Opens this way. It's a nice big box, 3.5 by 5 by 1 inch tall. So definitely a good place to put a little note, and fits a couple of caramel apple Ghirardellis. I did not take a picture with the Ghirardellis in there because I realized afterwards, oh, I've got those and they'll fit perfect. A mini apple pie, and spiced apple cider. Now, picked up the spiced apple cider at my grocery store. It's a Signature Select product, so if your grocery store carries Signature Select, they might have that. The apple pie is from the Dollar Tree. It's their brand of baked goods. And then found my caramel apple Ghirardellis at Walmart. Okay, so let's go ahead and assemble this box with some tear and tape adhesive. And look at the comments. Oh, you guys are pretty quiet today. All right, who tells me hello from California? Hey, Margot, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so one large one and one 1 inch is the top of the box, the lid. 1 and 1 and 1 make up the bottom 3 sides of the box, okay? So what you want to do is, it doesn't matter if you're coming or going here. You can do this one or you can do this one, but once you make this decision, then if you do this one, this is the lid. And if you do this one, this is the lid, okay? So we're gonna find our center and punch a thumb notch so that it's just a little bit easier to open the box. See, we got the little, hold the box, the thumb notch. We're gonna cut that, but you wanna make sure, because when we put it together, the lid gets put together a little bit different than the bottom. So I'm gonna grab my favoriteest centering ruler here. Oh, I have grid paper, but I opened it the wrong way and it's set up on the centimeter side. And I was using the grid from the centimeter side. It's always a story, isn't it? I was using the grid for the centimeter side because it didn't matter, so that I could line up these on the block straight. And I don't feel like getting my grid paper for my centering ruler because then I have to tear off the sheet and flip it over. So I'm just going to use my little centering ruler here. I'm going to mark center. And I have to. I don't know about you guys, but if I don't mark center, if I just like take a deep breath and a running start, I'll have a hole on the right quarter of the page. Like I can't imagine center. So I mark it and then cut, and you don't want to go too deep. You only have a 1-inch tab here, and this is a 1-inch circle punch, so you get a little bit wider circle. But if you go too deep and your box lid is lifted a little bit by the content, then you're gonna have this showing the top edge of the inside of the box. So not halfway, go maybe a third of the way, okay? And then cut your thumb notch. Where's my tear and tape? I just had it in my hand. There we go. Nancy says, my Dollar Tree has the caramel apple Werther's candies. Well, at least they had them Wednesday. Right? Isn't that the truth? That's how the Dollar Tree goes. They have it, and then they don't have it, and then they have it, especially those seasonal kind of things. I love those caramel apple Werther candies. Very good tip for things that would work in this box. What else have you guys found? Apple spice, caramel apple this season. Have you found any other goodies? I've found some good pumpkin spice things. What about apple spice, pumpkin spice? Have you seen any treats? There is a pumpkin spice Swiss Miss hot cocoa, but I don't know that I've seen it in the stores yet. I got some last year, so I'm looking out for it again this year. I've got pumpkin spice Twinkies. If you missed that video last week, check it out at kitchentablestamper.com. We made a really pretty changing leaves box that you can make with your extra supplies from Card Club. This is our treat box that you can make with the extra supplies from October's Card Club. I always try to give you guys an idea. So if your Card Club members, bookmark this video because you'll be able to use your extra ribbon and designer series paper to make this project. You can even add some of the extra embellishments. I didn't do that yet. I thought about it, and then I got lazy. Who am I kidding? I am so far from lazy. All I do is work. I got tired. That's what it came down to. So I got tired. So maybe we'll put some embellishments on while we're live here. We'll put some on both. But you can absolutely use your extras from October for this project. The project last week was changing leaves, that you could use your extra papers and embellishments or papers and ribbons. I think I used a different embellishment, but you could use your extra embellishments and ribbons. So take a look at those if you're Card Club members. Keep them handy because our Card Club packs are stacked. You have extra materials. So I like to provide an idea, something that you can do with those extra materials instead of just put them on the shelf, right? I find that if you use your materials, if you use the orders that you placed, you feel better about the next order. If you use the Card Club materials, then you feel better the next time the order bills. So I like to give you the examples. All right, so remember I said you got to decide and you got to stick to it because one's the lid and one's the bottom and they go together differently. So we're gonna put the bottom of the box together first. We took the tear and tape off of these 4 square, and now we're gonna tuck in and lift up and make this bottom into like a tray, you see? So we've got our box starting to come together. This is the bottom of the box. Square these up nice and tidy. And there it is. Now we're gonna put the lid together. And I like to do them separately because then you don't end up with any wonky box that doesn't close. All right, this guy's gonna come off of here, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the top. We'll make those nice square corners. All right. Hey, look at you guys. Let's put this together. Cliffy says, I love the apple caramel suckers. Oh my gosh, the Tootsie Pops. The caramel apple Tootsie Pops are probably one of my favorite things in all of existence, you guys. Oh, so good. Beth says, I have black cherry hot chocolate. I'll have some. Holly says, first time watching. Hey, Holly, I'm so glad you're here. All right, this is our box all assembled now. We kept right things right, so our thumb notch is on the lid. We've got this awesome box. We've done our inside. Let me show you. So since you're just joining us, this is the treat box that we're making. We just did, and it's got a fun, this calls for apple spice tag. We've made the tag. You can put the bow on top of there with a glue dot and stick that on a card if you want to make a card instead. But today we're going to do this one. A couple weeks ago, we used the Take a Bow die and some iconic celebrations paper and made this awesome dimensional bow. Here's the inside. Now, you want to put any sort of writing on this before you put the dimensionals. Okay, so if you're going to personalize this, and you're going to write a note on it, then just leave it in the box. And when you're ready to write the note, then stick it in, okay? Because otherwise, you're going to have fun trying to write inside of here on this thing stuck in there on dimensionals. So just keep that in mind. But I want to show you how nice it fits, how perfect. There's the inside of our box. Here's our treats. I got spiced apple cider. Got this one at my local grocery store. If your grocery store carries Signature Select, that's what those look like on the inside. I always wonder. Sometimes I think, oh, I'll just take it and open it in the store and see. Got a mini apple pie. That one came from the Dollar Tree. They had those in like the section with their baked goods, their little grocery section. Got a couple Ghirardelli caramel apple squares. Got a couple less Ghirardelli caramel apple squares. I think I'm gonna have a talk with Gideon, maybe Violet. And there's our treats. Just close right up and opens like a book. Nice simple one. We can take our designer series paper first. I almost put the bow on. Would have been hard to put the designer series paper on. That says this is so stinking cute. Yay! I'm so glad you love it. Okay, so one of the little tricks here that I did the bow because I'm getting better at them and they're getting tighter and smaller, but you can still see the polka dot revealed inside the bow. So I decided to do the polka dot on the lid of the box to echo the little bits of polka dot you see in the bow. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. The box is 3 1/2 by 5 by 1. The printable project sheet for this is done. It will be on the blog soon. I am not going to do a clean video for this box. What we're going to do is we're going to embed the live video from YouTube to the blog, give you a printable project sheet for it, and I'll do this box again sometime in the future. I'll add it to our useful box collection and do a clean video soon. I just need a little bit of room to get out from underneath the avalanche that this sick bird and Stampin' Up's chaos has got me under. So I'm not going to do a clean video for this one, but I will do a clean video for this box with another sort of decoration and another sort of treats, okay? So I'm going to take my linen thread, fold a length in half, probably about 2 feet, give or take. Then I'm going to take this flosser that I have. You can get those on Amazon. But I always call it a flosser, but if you search flosser, you get nothing. Floss threader, I think it's called. I don't know if I put the floss threader link in the description, but I will. That's what it looks like. So now the doubled linen thread is through the lead on, or through the loop on the flosser. The lead goes through the hole. Now the doubled up linen thread is in the tag. Then you're going to take the lead again and you're going to pick one of these loops from the second row and you're going to bring your flosser through. All right, so now the tag and the bow are on the linen thread. You can remove the lead from the flosser from the linen thread. You can cut this away from the spool, and then you're going to tie a thread knot here. So a thread knot is when you loop around your finger and then you tuck the ends through that loop. And now we've got a tag that's tied to the bow. You can trim this as much or as little as you want. I'm going to give it a little haircut. There we go. Maybe 2 little haircuts. Get those out of there. Now my bow has a generous amount of Stampin' dimensionals already on it. I like to use the edges because we want a generous amount. Then we can just add our bow and tag. Let's see, how do we want it to lay? And here's where you're going to do a little bit of arranging. How do you want it to lay on the box? I put the bow so that it was kind of up from center so that it was pretty well supported. And then once you got it, what I want to do is put my finger inside the bow and inside the box, and I'm going to burnish that dimensional adhesive. You can stick this right on one of those craft handle gift bags from the Dollar Tree. Just stick that whole assembly right on the front of the bag. It would look adorable if you want to give it a little bit bigger gift. Pop the bow on the tag. I love the extra pattern that brings. I know it's a bow on a bow. We already discussed that. This guy's just been waiting here with the dimensional on it. We'll use that to accent the knot of the ribbon. And if you've got Card Club, you're going to have some extra adhesive backed textured dots. You're going to have some extra vanilla and black check ribbon. You're going to have some extra iconic Celebrations Designer Series paper. So all these extras plus a little bit of cardstock is going to make you this gorgeous gift box just in time for holiday gift giving. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little embellish here. I think we're going to put 2 over here. There. Got a couple of little dots on there. I hope you guys like it, and I hope that those of you who are in Card Club and have been so flexible with the quick switch are excited, looking forward to September. If you're not a Card Club member, you can still join for More Than Autumn. It is 2 each of 4 designs, cards that match this. So that's Card Club cards. Link to join Card Club is in the description below. If you missed our September Card Club 3D project, so this is the one that matches your September Card Club, check that out at kitchentablestamper.com. The instructions are right there for you. If you are not a Card Club member that was subscribed in the month of September, so on September 5th, if you are not subscribed, don't worry. The Changing Leaves Card Club content will be posted next week. If anybody would like to purchase that content who hasn't already subscribed to Card Club. If you are a Card Club member and you're joining us a little bit late, we did a little housekeeping. We're running just a little bit behind on the Changing Leaves content. Don't worry, it's coming soon and packets will go out next week. But this is the Changing Leaves Card Club cards. All right, so it's 6 standard cards with Changing Leaves in 2 different color palettes. You're getting a paper sampler of the new scrapbooking papers. So the new Sweet Days of Autumn and Spooky Halloween, you're going to get a sample pack of each one and do the cards with both papers. And then you're going to make a bag card. So look out for the instructions for this if you weren't already subscribed to come to the store next week, early next week. So there's our bag cards. The what is this one called again? Spooky Spells Designer Series paper is a bigger bag. And the Sweet Days of Autumn is a little bit bigger, or a little bit smaller bag card. And so those are your October. All right, October Card Club and look out for content early next week in your email. Look out for shipping notices early next week also. This is your matching project. It's already on the blog. Don't forget to go check that out. This is what you can do with your extras. And if you are thinking about Card Club, if you join now to October 5th, these are our cards for October Card Club. All right. One more time, very, very quickly. In Color Club, your packages have shipped except for 3. Those are going to get gone today. Thank you for your help with the melted marker box debacle. You guys are the greatest. Let's see here. In Color Zoom is still on schedule for Thursday at 2 p.m. You should receive your PDF and a reminder of that Zoom link early next week. Look out for that on Monday. Let's see here. Paper sampler. If you got just the paper, your stuff is getting probably picked up tomorrow. We're packing this afternoon and evening and probably late into the night if you got just the paper. If you got the paper plus, I did get peppermints. Yay! When they were back in stock for just a short, not even, I don't think 24 hours, I got our peppermints, you guys, and they are scheduled to arrive Tuesday, which means I'll turn them around middle of the week, okay? I think I got all the updates crammed in there while we made this one. Nancy says, can't wait for the last In Color Zoom next week. I am so excited to wrap up that series. It was something new that we did this year, and I really enjoyed it. I know that our In Color buddies enjoyed it. If you're In Color Club member currently, Thursday is our last live Zoom. Then you cycle to the replays. You'll still get the Zoom content. It'll be new to you content, new to you PDFs. There are no more lives after this one. But if you want to check out the In Color Club, it's in the store and all the details are there. kitchentable.stamper.com/shop, and then just click on In Color Club. We are doing a perpetual In Color Club and taking new members through November. And then we stop because it's a 5-month commitment and we want to be done before the new catalog comes out. So, but you'll be on replays of our Zooms after that. But there's a new PDF every month, PDF card class featuring each of the In Color. So it's a lot of fun. Let's see here. Cliffy says, just a reminder, give Marisa a thumbs up for sharing her delightful project. Oh, I'm glad you find it delightful. And thank you for the reminder, Cliffy. Cliffy. All your friends are saying hello to you. B&D Crafts. Holly isn't Holly Cliffy's friend too. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys are the best. All right, let's see here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tagging a friend. If you think this content is something that your friends would enjoy, if you have a group where you have permission to share, please spread the word. If you know somebody would like the content or a group that would like the content, like and do some reactions and subscribe on your way out. We love that. Holly says, love it. Jan says, love your boxes. Jan, I love how you share on the Craft Social what fits in the boxes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you find. Jan's our a resident, Craft Social resident, what fits in the box that Marisa made expert. She's so good to share. Jan's so excited for Card Club. Both months, I hope. Let's see here. In Color Club is fantabulous. You guys have the best encouraging things to say. Thank you for all your encouragement in this crazy time. It's been nuts. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your support. And Corn Pop and I both really appreciate your prayers. She's out with her sisters in the run, so I'm going to sign off of here and run myself directly out there to make sure everything's still peaceful. That's the biggest thing now is integrating her back into the flock and watching her appetite. So if you're a prayerful person, we're praying that she'll drink better, that her appetite would come back, and that her flock would accept her, and that she'd have a full recovery. So thank you guys for your love and support. I'll see you next week. Bye guys. Have a great weekend.